What if I told you some of the most charming, confident, and admired people are almost the most emotionally dangerous? And the worst part, you might already have one in your life and not even realize it. Narcissist myth. Long before selfies and social media, there was a story. A man named Narcissus, handsome, admired, desired. But he rejected everyone who loved him until one day he saw his own reflection in water and fell in love with it. He could not look away. He stayed there staring until it destroyed him. That story, it was not just mythology. It was a first warning about something very real. Narcissism. What is narcissism? In psychology, narcissism is not just being confident, it's something deeper, a pattern, a mindset, a personality trait where someone has an inflated sense of self importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. They believe they are smarter, more attractive, more important, and deserve special treatment. But here's where it gets interesting. There are actually two types of narcissism. First, grandiose narcissism. This is the one most people recognize. Loud, confident, attention seeking. These are the people who dominate conversations, crave power and status, want to be admired constantly. They often rise to positions of influence, not always for good reasons. Second, vulnerable narcissism. This one is harder to spot. Quite sensitive, easily hurt. But inside, the same sense of entitlement. They feel they deserve more, but constantly feel overlooked or unappreciated. And then there's the extreme version. NPD, Narcissist Personality Disorder. This is not just a trait anymore, it's a condition. It affects around 1 to 2% of people and it can completely take over someone's life. At this level, relationships become tool. People become sources of validation and empathy becomes almost non-existent. And the damage? It's rarely felt by them, but deeply felt by everyone around them. Signs of narcissism. Sign 1. They don't listen. They are not having a conversations, they are waiting for their turn to speak. You feel ignored, dismissed, invisible because to them, your voice does not matter. Sign 2. They cheat in relationships. For them, relationships aren't about love, they are about ego. Cheating becomes validation, power, control, not guilt. Sign 3. They need constant admiration. No matter how much praise they get, it's never enough. They feed on attention and without it, they feel empty. Sign 4. They can't handle criticism. Even small feedback feels like an attack. And their reaction? Anger, defensiveness, aggression. Because in their mind, they are never wrong. Sign 5. They exploit people. They use others without guilt, without remorse. People become tools, opportunities, stepping stones. Sign 6. They belittle others. If someone threatens their ego, they tear them down, mocking, dismissing, attacking, because your success feels like their failure. Sign 7. They have a distorted self image. They genuinely believe they are more attractive, more talented, more special, even when reality says otherwise. Sign 8. They gaslight you. This is where it gets dangerous. They manipulate your perception of reality. You start questioning your memory, your thoughts, your sanity, and slowly you lose trust in yourself. Sign 9. They put people on pedestals. Strange? Right. They either idolize people or devalue them completely. There's no middle ground because in their world, everything is about status. So, what creates a narcissist is not just personality, it's a mix of genetics, upbringing, environment. Overpraised children or emotionally neglected ones. Both can lead to narcissist traits, and modern culture, with social media and constant validation, it only amplifies it. Here's the question everyone asks. Can narcissists change? Yes, but it's difficult because change requires self awareness, honesty, accountability. And those are exactly the things narcissism resists. If you recognized even few of these signs, take it seriously. Awareness is your first protection, and if this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Heart and Mind for more deep psychology, mental health, and self awareness content because understanding people is how you protect your peace.